Hello, good afternoon. It's been a little more than a few days since I made that little test video. Uh, I've not been very well, unfortunately. Just one of those things, isn't it? Um, but I'm feeling a little better today, and I thought before everybody unsubscribes, but you know, I better. Well, I don't feel obliged to, but I want to, and I so here I am because I watched the video anyway. Just a very the pipe is the old Dunhill Ruby Bark Group 5, lovely pipe, full of um, it was gifted to me a while back, and I just opened it. It was Dunbar, and it was from Dan. Thank you, in person, so to speak. I got it in my little one of those sort of square jobs. This one. I like. I've got a couple. I've got a zip up one. Do you know? Years ago, we used to keep my marbles in it, and I didn't know what it was then. When I was a wee nipper, one like that. It was a lovely. It was very soft, sort of leather. It was, but as I say, I kept my marbles in it, and it was my granddad's, my dad's dad, his backy pouch. It was a zip up one, not dissimilar to the well, quite different to this actually, but that principle, So, but this is a Ben Wade one. I think that's a Ben Wade one. They make some nice stuff, of course. Under they're sort of the sort of poor man's Dunhill, I guess. Me. So yeah, the nice little pouches. Because I got fed up with not smoking. I became a lunter. I think is the expression that I actually did sort of go out and well, I've always smoked. I've not sort of not hidden myself away. Can you imagine that? I've always, got out and about with the old pipe, but just more convenience because of the obviously the unidexter nature of my physical being. Uh, it made it difficult, but I thought, bugger that. I'm just gonna, we'll cross the bridges of difficulty as we find them, and indeed. So the old back of his pouch and a couple of pipes in the bag, and off I go. Yeah, so that was that. Anyway, a couple of thank yous. First to Ross, who sent me some tobacco, which is still in the humidor, right? Because it was dry, would be it was arid, and so it's still sort of in the humidor, reviving itself. But it will, it just takes time. It's Ogden mixture, which I presume is some Bruno and Gold Block. I call that golden something or other. The golden strength. Anyway, it's the same thing. Very nice. A favourite of mine. Apparently, when you smoke it yourself, and I only myself and Reg, hello, mate. Reg hasn't expressed a dislike for Ogden's mixture, but apparently humans who don't smoke pipes say it stinks. But I'm just here on my own, so and Reg seems not to be bothered too much by it. Anyway, yeah, so that was really nice. And then yesterday, I've held back in because I didn't. I was going to tell you yesterday, and I thought, no, well, if I'm going to make a video today, it would be a shame not to. Ian sent me two lovely. I've sort of got a modest collection of. That's a Timex and that's a Seconda, both. Well, one was made in the USSR, and this charming letter accompanying it. Really, really kind of you, mate. I've got a few. My favourite one, which has a little bit of history, is one my granddad wore. I think they remember him not having it. It's made by Doxa, which is a Swiss firm. I contacted them to try and get a rough idea of its age. but you know, my granny got it in 45 off of a German prisoner. But interestingly, at Belsen concentration camp, so it has a little bit of history. I don't wear it, not you know because I think it's spooky or anything like that. I just it's too nice to wear, and you know it's quite old. It works perfectly well, keeps a lovely time. I get it. I've had it serviced since. Excuse me. Tip of tea. I've had it serviced since I've had it. Anyway, moving on swiftly because I've got a little clock thing up there, so it tells me how I'm making. I was watching one of Edward's videos, and he mentioned me and shaving. You know, people noticed the beard had disappeared. And I've always used double-edged razors. This is a copy by Mercer of the original 1904, I think it is, Gillette first safety razor. It's a lovely razor. It's an open comb razor, not for the. Well, you know, I think you get a razor, don't you? And you learn with the razor you're given. My first razor, which I still have, is a Wilkinson Sword Classic, which I've, you know, which the first razor my parents bought me, and it was double-edged razor, and I got on perfectly well with it. But you learn. I think the learning process was a few nicks here and there, but open combs are a little more aggressive when shaving, but perfectly nice. I can't use a straight razor, Edward, because when you use a straight razor, you have to even the shavette ones where you sit. It's the same principle. A friend of mine got me a shavette a long time ago because obviously stropping the blade and getting a stone to keep the edge on it and all that too much. What a lot of hassle. You know, there's a reason these came in and were very popular. You know. So and I hate shaving hot, you know, all the paraphernalia. But yeah, and to be honest with you, people say, "Oh, isn't that a lot of hassle?" It takes me 5 minutes to shave. I make my morning cup of tea. I fill my shaving mug at the same time. Soak the brush up. Stick it on the top to keep the uh, the thing warm. You got lovely warm soap on the, you know, and it just takes me 5 minutes. So this idea that you know somehow, yeah, I don't think all these 6, 7 blade things give you an any better shave. You know, I have a couple of sweeps and then I do a third just under there because I've got some hairs that grow in funny directions there, and it's done 5 minutes. So you know, it's and I think it goes well with the pipe. You know, a little bit of care, a little bit of preparation. The two things go together. But straight razor shaving for me, not even if I could be bothered to do all this stropping, keeping the last things um, up together. Not for me because I can't tauten the skin to. Yeah, I'd be hacked to pieces. And the other thing we were talking about is moustache wax. Well, this is one I use, and this one that's a little lighter. But to be honest with you, like today, I've got no wax in the moustache today. Just a little bit of brilliantine. Just you know, I wax it, you know, for special occasions. But this time, I always used to, when I had a beard, I'd cut the moustache off the lip, which is called the English style of doing it. Excuse me. This time, oh, that's my little Kent comb I use. When I do wax it, what I do is I put the wax across the top of the moustache, and then I heat it with a hairdryer, and then comb it through. Lovely job. I did it a couple of days ago. And you know it just gets the wax through because even the softer wax like this, you know, you get clumps of it. So if you just heat it with a hairdryer and then comb it through, lovely. Anyway, so other than that, bought a few cobs. I've been going to cob mat. No, it's not over here. I'll save that for the next video, which will be a big surprise to many. A pipe that some people may have thought would never have graced my home, but there you go. So anyway, from me and Reg, I hope you all have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you all again, and look forward to reading your comments and so on. Take care. Have a great week.